So, what to say about Toy Story 5? So, this past weekend, Toy Story 5 was the big release, and I kind of wanted to think on it a little bit instead of trying to do something right when it came out because it's a really odd movie that just has so many different parts, and you're trying to put it all together in your head, and it kind of needs time to settle. But the best way to think about this movie is that this movie, it's like if you were a kid and you really liked eating McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell, or you really enjoyed this one specific like retail store, like you loved Target or like Old Navy or something like that. And then you go eat a McDonald's now, like you go eat at these places now, like 20 years later, and you go revisit all these things you remember you liked as a kid, and you can tell that somewhere along the way, a parent company got involved, and whatever magic it had and whatever flavor it had is just gone. Where it's just like, oh, this isn't the same McDonald's I had as a kid. Like this isn't the same Barnes and Noble that I used to go into as a kid. It's different now. Like the air is different. The food is different. It's not as good. It's not as magical. Like sure, it's fine. Like it's food, but it's revisiting those old things as a kid that you used to eat and you used to visit, and realizing it's not as good. And it might even be you might even realize that the reason why it's not as good is because some parent company came and shitified everything. So it's not. So they changed all the ingredients in it to lesser ingredients to cheapen it to make it more profitable on their end. But yet it made the product just a little bit worse. Like it made the product like 20% worse, and you can tell. Or it's like what happened to Hostess, right? Like Hostess had something like that where, like Hostess, I don't dessert and donuts and whatnot, like nutty bars and zebra cakes and the galaxy bar thing, cosmic brownies. Like those used to be so much better, and then when you eat them now, you can tell like, no, it's not. You can tell it's not just no. You're not just older now, and that your palate is different. You can tell that something is different in the ingredients. Like something is different with the way they taste. And that's what Toy Story 5 is. Toy Story 5, you can tell it's something different about the way it tastes. Like, yes, this is Woody, this is Buzz, this is Jesse. But there's something different, man. Like, there's something different. It's not the same. And this one is definitely way better than Toy Story 4. I don't know if words can really sum up just how much I really hate Toy Story 4. Like, I think Toy Story 4 should just be flushed down the toilet, man. Like, what that movie does to the characters. 3 movies of just, no, we'll get through everything as long as we stick together. Just to have the fourth movie be, nah, we'll be alright as long as we split apart, is just the biggest slap in the face and biggest pile of poo on the movie that came before it ever. And also, the Toy Story 4 and Toy Story 5 have a massive issue of just like making the movie that came before it completely inconsequential. Like the big thing of Toy Story 4, even though I don't like that movie, is that Woody is gone. Like Woody is gonna be with Bo Peep, rescuing other toys from danger, and that's it. Like, oh, they have to move on from Woody. In this movie, they just call him and he just comes and helps them out. Like it's not even a big deal. So when you watch the ending of Toy Story 4, even the ending of Toy Story 4 is inconsequential now because of this movie. Like, oh, don't worry about it. You can just call me. I'll be there in 5 minutes. So what are they all crying about at the end of Toy Story 4? Like, what's so sad? Okay, I get it. He doesn't come over and hang out with them every day, right? I get it. This is like maybe the first time they've seen him in like 6 months. Okay, I get it. But still, they just call him. And it reveals in this movie that Jessie is talking to him. She just calls him every once in a while. Like, he just comes over in like 10 minutes. So why are they all crying about? It's super easy for toys to walk around in this world for some reason. Like the toys, Woody and Jesse just appear in front of humans who I guess are just blind because they appear in front of these humans and moving around all willy nilly, and the people just don't see them. It's just whatever, I guess. Okay. Um, the reason why this is at least is a little bit better than Toy Story 5 is that at least the jokes are okay. Like it's still kind of funny in a couple spots, you know. Like it's still worth a laugh. Um, it's not nowhere near as funny as Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. Like if you're trying to compare this with Toy Story 2, this is like trying to compare The Last Jedi with Empire Strikes Back. Like Toy Story 2 is my favorite Pixar movie of all time. Toy Story 2 is the best Toy Story in my opinion. Like Toy Story 2 is so good. It's not even this doesn't hold a candle to that. But I do like in this one that they tried to make the story like they actually had a decent setup where I liked the thought of the new toys that are coming into the childhood and to the child's bedroom is tech now. Like iPads and phones and stuff like that. Like that's what this new one is about. And like that's what the toys are now. Like toys aren't toys anymore. Toys are tech now. And I kind of like that. Like that's a much better idea for a Toy Story sequel than what they did in 4. So I was fine with that. And I kind of liked that. But this movie does a weird thing where it has like 3 giant storylines going on at the same time, where it has like a platoon of like 50 Buzz Lightyears that got stranded on an island because a shipping container like crashed off a boat and it opened up and all of these Buzz Lightyears came out and they're following the North Star for some reason. That's its own plot line. Like what's going to happen with like, these 50 Buzz Lightyear soldiers? And when that starts out the movie, I thought that was going to be the Pixar short, but there wasn't any type of Pixar short film to open up this movie. And when did they stop that? Like when did they? That's part of like how they got so big, and that's sometimes that's the best part of the movie is the short at the beginning of the movie. Like, did they just stop? Was that just flush that down the toilet too? Like, why is there no more short films? But I thought that would have made a really good short film for the Pixar. Like, you know, the Pixar thing to open the movie up is to have 100 Buzz Lightyears like take over a small island in the Pacific. Like, I just think that would be really funny. Like, what all these, like, spacemen, military dudes do when they're, like, forced to live together on an island. It'd be really funny. But instead, they're given, like, we always just randomly will cut back to them, and they're just constantly just trying to find ways to follow the star as best as they can. And then the thing that happens is that when they follow the star as best as they can, they eventually run into Jesse, Woody, and Buzz. And they kind of helped them out at the end. For some reason, like they kind of are just like, oh, I guess all these 50 Buzz Lightyears are here now too. All right, whatever. Let's just come on. The other 2 other plot lines is already the tech one, of course, right? There's their new child owner Bonnie got an iPad, and the toys are trying to convince her to engage in a much more boring style of play and pretend that. By pretending that your toy girlfriend is, or not girlfriend, your toy cowgirl is marrying her toy boyfriend, a dinosaur. Yeah, that's much more better than playing Counter-Strike on your iPad. Like, come on, what are we doing here? And then the third storyline is that Jessie gets abandoned. She doesn't really get abandoned, but she kind of gets left behind at the same house that she got abandoned in Toy Story 2. So actually, yeah, the comparisons to Toy Story 2 I made earlier were kind of correct, because this story is almost like the direct sequel to Toy Story 2 in terms of Jessie dealing with what happened to her in Toy Story 2, with her original owner kind of abandoning her like at this weird like toy dump spot. Like she just kind of left her on the side of the road. And this movie deals with that. Even though at the end of Toy Story 2, she deals with it. Like the whole point of Jessie deciding to go with Woody back to Andy and her like the new family is to heal herself from that trauma that she got in Toy Story 2 when we heard it through that Jessie song. So we're going back to old trauma that was already solved in Toy Story 2. I guess they just forgot about it. I guess the director of this one, Andrew Stanton, just forgot that they already solved all the trauma at the end of Toy Story 2. And just decided we needed to revisit it. And let me just have a side note here. Everybody, if you look at the reviews of this movie and everybody is saying that, oh no, it's good. It's great. It's more than good. It's great. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. Those are all from parents now. And those are all from parents now with children that took their children to go see this. And, oh, wow, their children had a good time. So that means that the Toy Story movie was good. Me and my daughter had such a fun time seeing Toy Story 5. And my daughter was excited to see it. Okay, that's not a real review. You're just happy you had a fun day out with your daughter. Now let the real dude come in who doesn't have a big family or daughters, and who can be the lone weirdo sitting by himself in the Toy Story theater surrounded by a bunch of children wearing Buzz Lightyear costumes. And all the other parents are like, what's up with this random dude here? Like, I'm trying to have a day with my kids. Why is there some random dude here? And why is he not dressed in a Woody costume? And it's like, because I have to get the service out, because everybody else who's going to see this movie and come back to Letterboxd and come back to any other review thing is going to be like, oh yeah, I took my children to go see it, and they laughed, and I laughed, and it wasn't really that bad, so it was great. Okay, well, I'm here to tell you the truth. I can cut through all of that, and I'm here to tell you the truth, okay? I'm here to tell you the truth. And at the end of the day, this movie is just okay. It's just okay. Like, it's on the baseline of good, where it's not great, but it's good. Like, it's fine. It's serviceable. It's nothing really to remember or write home about, but it's good. There's the big thing here, though, in this is that there are so many little, like, plot hole / nitpicky things where you kind of feel like a jerk talking about them, but other people have made bigger points and bigger arguments about like lesser plot holes in other movies, where it's like, okay, I'm just going to talk about them in this movie now, because I guess we're all just ignoring the fact that toys, if you're an electronic toy in this movie, you can just hack any electronic. Like the Buzz Lightyears that are electronic, the platoon of 50 Buzz Lightyears that have like computer chips inside of them. Yeah, they can just hack computers, they can hack GPSs, cell phones, because they're electronic. Like, and I get that's a very Toy Story logic thing to do, and that's fine. That's a hand wave. I don't care. But they also use like a porta potty. Not a porta potty. It's a potty like toy that they use to, teach preschoolers how to use the bathroom effectively. They use that toy to text and send instant messaging text instantly, like online, to an iPad through like a cloud service. And it's like this toy meant for preschoolers to like, they press poop buttons on it when they're done pooping. How does this have a text function, and how does this send emails basically, and like sends like Twitter posts? Like it sends Twitter posts. It just makes no sense at all. Like it's just any electronic toy in this just has magical powers to access any electronic other device that they want to. It can access the cloud. It can access the internet, no problem. As long as it's powered on, it can do anything it wants to, which is kind of weird. But it doesn't bother me, It's just kind of one of those things you notice. It's in the back of your mind where you're just picking at it with like a fine-tooth comb, You kind of are like, okay, so they're just instantly texting them with this poop toy? that has no like letter function on it to even type letters. Like what are we doing here? Like it just felt like such a hand wave lazy way to get the plot done. Um, and speaking of lazy, Buzz Lightyear in this movie has basically nothing to do. For some reason, his whole character arc in this is to confess his love for Jessie and propose her to marriage, which I find is weird for a toy. Like, why are toys trying to marry other toys and like propose? Like, it's just not something that I think toys do. Like, toys just hang around each other. Like, every toy loves every other toy. Like, they're not in relationships. Like, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head are in a relationship because they're sold. That's the toy. That's the package of the toy, right? So it's like, oh, of course they're married. They're Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. That's their name. Okay, like, why do you have to spend a whole character arc where Buzz is simply his whole arc is that he's just nervous to propose? What is that? Like, that is just boring nonsense. And it's kind of embarrassing. Like, he's actually funny in the original trilogy. And in this one, he's just kind of like he's just scared to talk to Jessie. For some reason, after 4 whole movies, he's just scared now. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's see here. And by the way, if you're a fan of all the original toys, like the background toys, like Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, Slinky, Rex, the binoculars, yeah, all those toys have nothing to do and just kind of sit in a box the whole movie. Like, it's almost offensive. They literally have nothing to do. And you kind of wish they did, because part of what makes Toy Story 2 so good is that all the side toys are really funny in it. Slinky's really funny in it. Mr. Potato Head's really funny in it. The Piggy Bank, he's really funny in it. This one, they don't do anything. It just feels like a waste of them there. I know all the original voice actors are dead, besides like Wallace Shawn, but it's like, why even put them in the movie? Like, they're part of the story too, you know. But anyways, I know this all sounds like I didn't like it, but it all sounds like I didn't like it, but honestly, it's okay. Let's see, I gave it 3 stars out of 5. This is pretty much a hard 3 stars out of 5. I'm not sure you could really get me to go higher than 3 stars, but it's really not a 2-star movie. Like, maybe 2.5 to 3. You could nail it down somewhere around there. 2.5 to 3 stars out of 5. And it's a little bit long. Like, there's a moment where you kind of feel like the story has wrapped up and everything's good. Like, okay, we got it. This is our big moment. We ended. The climax is here. Oh, we got another 20 minutes? And whenever that happens in a movie, it's scary. Like, that is scary. Because you think, I thought we were all good. Like, all the plot lines were lined up, and this is a big ending. Like, I feel like this is a big... Like, I feel like we just had our big moment. But there's still 20 minutes to go. Like, what else could possibly happen? And you kind of think in your seats, and you kind of go, oh no, like, what else can possibly happen? So they just have to stretch out this long thing at the end. Like, they just have to stretch it out as much as possible, and you just kind of feel bored, and you kind of feel like we already got the true ending like 20 minutes ago. And this one really didn't have a big theme. Like, this one wasn't like a theme of, hey, you know, I'm not even sure if it includes the theme of kids shouldn't be like obsessed with technology at that age, which makes you feel like this movie, that's what it is going to be about, but it's barely about that. In fact, at the end, they kind of just choose like, hey, some kids are going to be obsessed with technology, other kids probably won't be as much obsessed with technology, and you kind of just have to pair them together. Like, whatever, if your kid is more into playing with toys, just find them another kid that likes playing with toys, and don't force them into getting a computer and play Counter-Strike with classmates. Like, that's what the theme of the movie is. The theme of the movie is, hey, if they're not into this thing, just find them a friend who is who shares their common interests. That's it. Like, that's the whole theme of the movie. And that part, it's kind of like, who cares? Like, is that really a big thing we need to make a whole movie about? because they didn't show that Tech was this bad guy. Like Tech, at the end of the movie, they show that Tech is a toy too, and that Tech is a toy that they become friends with. It's just another toy, like this iPad is just a toy. So what even am I supposed to get from this movie? That kind of the trailer was trying to show me that it was trying to do this big theme about children and tech now, but it doesn't even end with that. So it kind of ends with Jessie being like, "Oh, her original owner didn't actually abandon her the way she thought she did." Blah 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 blah. But after all of this, it's not that bad. Like I would recommend it still. Probably go see it. Like it'll make you laugh. Yeah.